Hello, everyone. This is the most intelligent and magnificent bird, Buckbeak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I will be doing this character build on Gold Mythic Negan 2000. And before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing good and I'm staying safe for the most part. And how is your war going so far? My war's going okay so far. I do need to get back to it after I get done with this, so I'm not going to try to spend a whole lot of time with this character build, but I will have two scenarios for Negan 2000, so I think we should go ahead and jump into this character build, shall we? He's all the way down here. I should have scrolled as I was babbling on, shouldn't I have? Okay, here is Negan 2000. As you guys can see, I only have my Negan 2000 at tier 2. I realistically only have two scenarios that I think would work best. I'm not going to have an attack set mod just because his adrenaline rush, he just doesn't do enough damage. So I'm going to have two scenarios. The first scenario is going to be a defense set. Now for the first option, you could do HP, or you could put defense. I think for the first slot, we're going to put, let's put defense in that first slot, since this is going to be a defense set for the first scenario. Now, for the second slot, this is where you're going to want to do a defense versus a certain trait. I'm going to recommend defense versus strong, or if you don't want to do that, which that's fine, if you want to do defense versus alert, if you happen to come up against a lot of alert teams, that's cool as well. Or if you come up against a lot of tough teams, defense versus blue. So we're just going to put it on defense versus strong for the second slot. Now for the third slot, I'm not really going to change it up, but if you guys want to do something different, I'm just going to do bleed resist, because Zachary right now is the hottest thing around right now. He's everywhere. So bleed resist all the way. Now for this fourth slot, here's where we can do a couple of things. Alright, you could do bleed on attack, or you could do burn on attack or bleed on attack, or I wonder how this would work, reflect damage on this character. I think it maybe could be interesting, or maybe not. I don't really know. So yeah, there's a couple ways you could go on that fourth slot. Either bleed on attack, or burn on attack, or reflect damage. So, you know what, we'll keep the reflect damage just to, that could be interesting. Now, for this last one, you could go a couple of ways with this. You could add HP on there to give him a little bit of HP, or if you want to double down on a defense versus a certain trait, you can do that as well. Or, if you want to, let's see, I know it's all the way down here. If you want to double down on another resist, you can also do that as well. Or if you want to do bleed right here, or if you want to do burn right there, that would be another viable option. So now let's switch over to the second scenario, an HP set. Now for the HP set, obviously we're going to want to build that HP up. And let's see, Sorry about that. That was hardly right next to my ear. Okay, now for the second slot, since we're on the HP set, again, I will highly recommend Defense versus Strong. Or if you want to do another trait that's Defense versus Tough, Defense versus Fast, or Defense versus Alert, you may. I'm going to just interrupt this just for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that interruption. I decided to let that dog outside. She wanted to go outside, so we shouldn't have any more interruptions from this point. Okay, now for the first slot, obviously, I added HP, or you could add defense if you want to. Okay, for the second one, defense versus strong, that's probably what I would recommend. Or you could do defense versus any of the other traits if you would like to. Alright, let's move on to the third slot. I'm always going to recommend bleed resist. So for the fourth slot, let's see if I have reflect damage. I don't know. I might. Okay, we could also do reflect damage again if we want to, or bleed on attack. I don't even think I have any burn on attack for the HP set. So what I would do here, hold on, let me switch over to HP set. So you know what, we'll just keep the reflect damage. That could be an option. And if you really want burn on attack, but you don't have the correct set, I think it would be okay to put there for the moment, for the time being. I obviously don't have a burn on attack on an HP set, so I would have to leave that there. Or I could just go ahead and add defense. That way he's still getting a lot of HP, but he's also getting some defense. Or if you want to double down on a trait, defense versus trait, you could also do that. So, alright. Now let's go over his adrenaline rush. You see why I didn't really recommend an attack set? He doesn't really do all that much damage. If there's someone out there that's watching this, and if you have your Negan at tier 5, limit break 1, or even limit break 2, let me know how you built your Negan. I would be interested to hear if you decided to go with an attack set or a defensive tanky set, right? Now, he deals only 300% damage, and one other teammate gets camouflage for 2 turns. Obviously, if I got him to limit break 1, it would be more than that, so. But I'm not really going to focus on using him myself, but I'm just building together what I think would be the best possible way to use him. Now, he does deal a basic attack for 200% damage, but still, I wouldn't recommend building him for an attack set, but who knows? Maybe there's someone out there that would recommend building an attack set for him. Now his mythic ability is, a brewing storm. When performing the payback specialist skill, 1% chance this character recovers from defense down. Yeah, I guess that would be an okay one. Negan 2000 is a tricky one to. I'm not really sure. Some of these might be alright to level up. Ooh, wait a minute. I see we have Divine Storm. When performing the payback specialist skill, 1% chance this character gets Halo gets 100% Halo for 2 turns. That would be pretty good. I think that one would be pretty good if people aren't expecting it. So, other than, I think, Brewing Storm, Cunning, um, Electricity, that would be a good one. When performing the Payback Specialist skill, this character heals by 2% of their max HP. I mean, obviously, I would level them up all the way to get the most out of those certain mythic abilities, such as a Brewing Storm, Cunning, Electricity, and Divine Storm. I think those would be pretty decent if you level them up all the way to get the most out of him. Let's move on to the weapon. Hold on. Let me create a team with him just real quick. Let me just put, hold on, let me go all the way down here. Alright, we got a 5-star the weapon. I'll do that real quick, just to, that way I can put a certain weapon in his hands, because his base weapon is not really all that great. Defense, 30% defense, a huge bonus to AP when taking damage. And random defense. Randomly give one other team member 40% defense for the first... Yeah, that one's not... Yeah, okay, that one's not that great. There's a couple ways, maybe 1 or 2 possible ways you could go with Negan. Fast doesn't... As far as their weapons, Fast has the weaker of the 4 as far as the armory selections, unfortunately. So there's not really a whole bunch you could do with Negan to... Like, for example, here, you could put this on him. You could put this absolute defense ice pick on him. See how this weapon has 33% HP, 30 defense. And in that 4th slot, I think the best recommended thing to put on him would probably be fast healing. Yeah, fast healing. There's nothing really better than fast healing for a toon such as Negan, right? Or you could put the other defense. The name escapes my mind, but it's the one that's better than absolute defense. So you could have a weapon, 30% HP. I don't know, well, maybe 35% HP, 35% defense, absolute defense, or the other defense, and then fast healing. I think that would be a pretty perfect weapon for him. I don't think I could think of anything better than that. Or, if you want to get APs to pop off, you could do AP bonus HP. You could also do that with the defense and HP and the fast healing, so you could either do absolute defense with fast healing and defense and HP, or you could do AP, HP, fast healing, and then defense and HP on the weapon as well. I probably would go ahead and recommend 5-starring that weapon and just build a weapon from scratch. I think it would work better that way, instead of you trying to level up his original weapon. So, I don't think I have a whole lot else left to say. For the person that recommended this, I think it was Buddy Buddha RTS. Let me know what you think about this character build. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest, but hey, you recommended it, so just let me know how you thought I did on the recommendations for the mods and weapons and all of that good stuff. And if anyone else has a recommendation on a character build you would like to see me do, just leave them down there in the comments, and I'll definitely consider doing it for sure. So, I don't think I have much else left to say, so I think that's going to do it for this one. If you guys want to jump down there to the comments and tell me what you think about my character build of Gold Mythic Negan 2000, or just to simply say hi, you may. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, and if you like my content, subscribe to see more. It would be much appreciated. And to those who are subscribed to me already, it is very much appreciated. You guys are very awesome, and I thank you again. I want each and every one of you to have a magnificent day and magnificent rest of your weekend. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Buckbeak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.